Back in the day, I thought Steve Walters was the finest hooker to ever grace the game.
Walters, look at Steve Walters!
The ink wasn't even dry on his legendary career when along came a footballer named Danny Badiris. And I thought, well, we'll never witness anything quite like Bedsy again. When all of a sudden, Cameron Smith stepped onto the scene. By then, we'd witnessed greatness in its purest form. Surely it wasn't getting any better than this. Then along comes Harry. And he's completely different to all of them.
They can't stop Harry!
A unique individual, a unique player. This kid isn't just tracking well. Harry Grant is coming at this game like a rocket.
Harry Grant gets over straight through the centre. Grant's got a hat-trick.
And Harry's not just playing the game, he's dictating it.
When the game's on the line, the skipper just takes charge.
Harry's doing things on a football field those other legends simply couldn't do.
Greatness from the champion number 9.
There's a cheekiness to his game, a brashness, an explosive speed we've never witnessed before. His vision from dummy half is otherworldly.
Harry wins it for the Storm!
Every team in the competition knows it's coming. They study the footage, they plan specifically to stop him, and he beats them anyway. He beats them anyway.
This is a masterclass from the Melbourne captain.
Today, every club in the NRL would give anything to have their own Harry Grant. But trust me, this kid is as good as it gets.
How good, Harry? He's on another planet.
Well, how about that? Great to have you with us on our grand final countdown show live here on 9. And yes, he's in the house. Harry Grant alongside his coach, Craig Bellamy. Welcome, gentlemen. Harry, a massive rap there from one of the icons of our game.
Yeah, I feel a bit embarrassed watching that. To be fair, I think some of those guys on the screen and what they've done in the game, and especially the guy over here on the left.
He was shaking his head when you popped up on that television. I don't know what.
But yeah, I guess I can try and take some confidence out of it and fill my boots up for the weekend. But yeah, like I said, I feel a little bit embarrassed on that.
Bellyache, consecutive grand finals. Congratulations. What's the build-up been like for this one?
Yeah, we've changed a little bit. I think we've come down a little bit earlier this year, and yeah, like I say, from last year, with every game of footy that you play, you think you learn a little bit, but every game you lose, especially big games, I think you can learn more out of them. And there's a few things from last year's game that we sort of reviewed in the off season, and just tried to get a little bit better at those things, and hopefully we have, and hopefully it'll work okay on Sunday.
Those things you spoke about, learning from last year and improving, do you think you're better placed this year to take it out?
Yeah, it's hard to say, like obviously it's different opposition as well, obviously it was Penrith last year, it's the Broncos this year, two great teams, have done really well. So, like I say, what we can, I suppose, control is what we need to concentrate on. And obviously, we need to be aware of what the opposition's strengths are, but at the same time, we're just aware of what we need to do and what's going to give us our best chance of, playing well on Sunday.
Harry, last year you lost a Gia against Penrith. Does that still hurt?
Yeah, I think no matter what game you lose, and big games, it hurts. But I think for us, it's probably not really a talking point from this season, or it hasn't really, like Belzer said, we probably learnt more of it rather than using it as motivation. I think internally everyone's probably got a little bit of that, but it's a new team for us this year within our four walls, and it's a new opposition and it's a new opportunity. So I think that's what's got the group excited.
I often talk to Cameron, and I talk to Billy, and I talk to Jonathan Thurston. I said, you boys follow Broncos when you were young? Does that hurt they never picked you up? Were you a Broncos fan when you were young? Did you always dream?
How deep do I go into this?
Well, I'm asking you. Did you want to play for the Broncos when you were a kid? And does it hurt that they didn't pick you up?
I That's a big. It's a big yes, but maybe I could go deeper into it next week.
Because I know these boys had hurt those boys, didn't it, Cameron?
Yeah.
You never got to play for the Broncos.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in the back of our mind, whenever you come up against the Broncos, you're always trying to prove yourself. It didn't matter when it was, whether it was the first time you got to play against the Broncos or the last. You're always trying to prove them.
Is that right?
Something.
Yeah, it's always an enjoyable match in a sense, and like I think most Queenslanders growing up really idolised, looked up to, and wanted to play for the Broncos. And yeah, I was no different. I was Broncos through and through as a kid. So sort of pinch yourself now to be on the big stage playing a grand final against them, and I guess you just got to make the most of it, don't you?
H, can you tell me about your season, mate, and your own form? Because probably in the first half of the year, by your own standards, maybe a little bit quiet. Certainly not playing poorly, but you went in to Origin, you come out of there as a series winner, but then, mate, you just exploded. Is there anything that you did differently with your preparation, or thought to yourself, I need to do something different with my game?
Yeah, probably just where my attention was going towards my game, and yeah, had a little injury there with a few weeks off, and went into Origin, and probably didn't have enough reps under my belt to play the way I would have liked. And that game 1 Origin, I just overcooked it.
Hamstring?
Yeah, I had my hamstring. I probably had 4 games, I think.
Yep.
And then, just really didn't play the way I would have liked, and probably chased my game too much. So just bring it back to really simply and narrow of what sets my game up. And yeah, it's something I can go after week, no matter the opposition.
Craig, if there's a club or a coach that can come up with a plan to stop Payne Haas, it's the Melbourne Storm, is there a clear plan of how you can try to stop him?
Yeah, I think try is the main word you said there, Joey. Like I say, we'll certainly have a plan, but he's just such a big, strong, mobile bloke and can play long minutes. So it's he's going to be on the ball a lot, and depending on the speed of the play, the ball that he comes off, and what has happened in the tackle before. So at the end of the day, we just need to make sure that we're strong in our contact with him, and hopefully he doesn't get too much ball.
Greg, 23 seasons at the Melbourne Storm, and the affinity that the city of Melbourne now has with the team. This show tonight is going to live into Victoria. And every game leading in, I think we had 5 back-to-back leading into finals, was on the main channel in Melbourne on 9. Are you feeling more love than ever before from Victorians?
Oh, I don't know about loved. I think this year it probably stood out a little bit where there was more people watching.
An awareness?
Yeah, probably awareness is probably the right word. It wasn't, like you could walk down the street like any time, before this year, and like you could, like every day of the week, you go for 2-hour walk and you walk past 200 people, and no one would say hello to you. But this year, you just sort of noticed that people, oh, g'day, Craig, yeah, good luck with the Storm this week, and stuff like that. So I think it is slowly, very slowly, but surely, finding a footing in Melbourne, and and the fans, like the fans that we've got, they are great. They are just so enthusiastic and so supportive. So, but like I say, I think it's again, it's a slow wash, I suppose. But at the end of the day, I think we are making a bit of an imprint.
And you've been key to that, of course. Now, in those 23 seasons, 22 finals appearances, 11 grand finals, which is like, we won't be seeing that again. There's no doubt about that. The players, though, because I know Harry tries to keep you on your toes, keep you feeling young, refreshed. Are they the key to you going this far with your career, which doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon, Craig?
I don't know about that either, but I'm surprised this bloke hasn't piped up. He always says when someone says, oh, your record, this and that, and he always say, oh, What about the players you've had? Me, you had Billy, you've had Cooper, we've had GI, so I'm surprised you didn't pipe up there. But I must say...
When you said Cooper, was that Cooper Johns?
Very good.
But like I say, we've had some wonderful players there. You know, players of a lifetime all sort of playing together. You know, so we've been very fortunate there. And the one thing about our club, we always want to put people into our club, whether they're players, coaches, whatever, that we genuinely think are going to genuinely care about what our club stands for, and what we really believe in.
Talking about what it means, you've never won a comp, Harry. I was surprised when I heard that. What would it mean for you to win a premiership?
I think it's bigger than yourself, and obviously it's a long journey. It's a tough journey, and there's so many people along the journey that help you out to be the player, the person you are. And like Craig says all the time, it's not easy to get to a grand final, and it's certainly not easy to win one. So to answer your question, it does mean a lot, and it's probably more of a thing of reflection, and everyone's got a burning desire, but it's more so about the journey and the people that make you into the player and person you are as well.
Now, we're loving having you here to be able to ask you questions here on the set. Alana's out there in the crowd tonight. Alana?
Brace, I've been scanning the place for legends, and I've found my mate from the Shire, John B.
Hello, John. Great to have you here.
It's been tough for us Sharky fans. John, you've got a question for Bellyache.
Oh, yes, Craig. We love watching you in the coach's box. So much passion on display. The question is, have you ever had to pay for one of those chairs? or do you bring your own?
No, I've never had to pay for one of the chairs. I have been fined a couple of times in press conferences, and the club used to look after them, but I think the last two I've had to pay myself. So when I go on the press conference now, I shut the F up. I just shut up.
That's brilliant.
Good stuff, quality stuff, John.
Well done, John. Actually,
Did you pay for the wall you headbutted? Did you headbutt a wall behind the Warriors?
I know, a headbutt, did I?
That's what I was told.
I'm not that tough. No.
Hey, while we're on the topic of the coaches' boxes, Harry, you were, 60 points up earlier this year, and you turned to look at your coach up there in the box just to see, I think, if you could get a smile out of him.
Yeah, I didn't realise the camera was on me, but...
Come on. Anything? Ducking. He's told you to bugger off there, I reckon.
I think he flipped me the bird, but the camera had panned off him at that stage. But,
I couldn't actually see him. He's not taller than the shit.
Too good. Craig, Harry, so great to have you here
Thanks,
live on the show with you. We really appreciate the effort and can't wait to see you Sunday at a call.
Thanks, guys.